It's time for Crossroads Football Live with Sports Director Gino Perez and Sports Reporter Zach Brown. Crossroads Football Live is sponsored by Palace Bingo, Frost Bank, Full Pep, Victoria Dodge Jeep Ram Wagoneer, and Victoria College.
In the heart of Victoria, where a street divides and rivalry unites, two titans of the gridiron prepare to clash once again. The Victoria West Warriors, unbeaten for 3 years, warriors of the gridiron, their legacy etched in the town's history. The Victoria East Titans, resilient and unwavering. They've endured 3 years of heartache, but they never lost their spirit. Victoria, tonight, the rivalry reignites. The town unites and legends are forged. Welcome to the epic clash of the Victoria West Warriors and Victoria East Titans. This is the Battle of the Boot. The stands vibrate with the energy of a town divided, each side unwavering in their belief.
It's going to take a lot. You know, they're going to come out swinging, but that's why we're going to swing harder.
It's more than a game. It's a clash of ideals, a test of character, and a battle for a town's heart.
They're always talking about it, asking me if we're going to bring the boot bag. You know, of course, I'm going to tell them yes. It's something that we're really going to do.
Victoria, tonight, under the electrifying Friday night lights, the stage is set for a showdown of epic proportions. This is the Battle of the Boot.
Howdy, Crossroads, and welcome to the final week of the regular season. I don't know about you, but that gave me some goosebumps. Shout out to our production crew for putting that together. They did an amazing job using all the highlights that we've had from all past years and even some from tonight. Now, while some seasons end, others will continue for the ultimate goal of winning a state title. There are a few teams with a real chance of making a deep run and potentially hoisting the coveted title and receiving those ever-coveted state rings. But that's still a couple months away. But for now, it's just about making it to playoffs and getting the best seeding possible. It's also National Coaches Day, so if you see a coach out and about, win or lose, say thanks. Now, before we get to the action, we want your opinion on who do you think is going to win the Battle of the Boot between the Victoria East Titans and the Victoria West Warriors. 57% of y'all say East and 43% say West. It's pretty tight, man, and this game went down to the wire. We're going to check out the highlights for the Battle of the Boot, Victoria East and Victoria West. Now, this is what high school football is all about. Take a look at this view. The fans were there loud and the stands were packed. And of course, you got fun signs there, Tiny Titans. And that one too. That one's a sign that maybe your parents won't be too proud of that. But anyways, the East Titans, they score first. East is in black, West is in white. I know it threw me off when I first saw it too. But the East Titans get on the board first. Not long after, Kamari Montgomery, he finds the end zone plowing his way in. Of course, he's hyped about that one. He has never lost this in his 3 years on varsity. Camden Repper, he said, I'll do it, I'll walk in. Easy, right in front of our cameraman, shout out Zach Brown. He goes nearly untouched for the score. Now a big fourth down here for Victoria East. Looking, gets the snap. He rolls to his right-hand side. He decides to tuck it. Is he going to get out there? No! West defense comes up big. Turnover on downs. The West Warriors are happy about that one. But East gets the ball again and holds West offense. This time, Coley, he said, I'll follow the big man this time as he plows his way. And he reaches slow motion for the score. The ball did come out, but it didn't matter. He crossed the plane. Didn't matter. Now this, right before half, Victoria East continuing to, Victoria West giving it to Montgomery as he runs up the middle for the score. West with the lead at halftime, but you know what? East responds and scores one up their own. Coley up the middle. And now one of the biggest plays of the night right here, Nigel Prater from the Wildcat, following his blockers to the outside. He sheds a tackle, slows him up just enough to make the score. that would be to take the lead late in the third quarter. And the Victoria East Titans are victorious, beating the West Warriors 42-24. West did score a field goal and to cut the lead to 4, but Case and Coley would add yet another touchdown, which made it 34-24. But then with less than 2 minutes to go in the game, West trying to drive down the field, and Camden Repper throws a pick six. Victoria East Titans go up to win 42-24, and it's done something it has never done in the past 4 years, which is beat Victoria West. Zach and I were at the game, and the intensity was crazy. Fans were crazy. The school pride was immense. Each team should be very proud after this game. Victoria East seals up the number 2 seed and will host a playoff game next week. So if you have nothing to do on Friday night and you want to come see another good football game, come on down to Memorial Stadium, because Victoria East will be hosting a playoff game. Wow, crazy. Now there's more coming up after the break. We've got highlights from 4 other schools. So grab a drink and a snack, but don't go anywhere because we'll be right back. Honestly, I'm still shaking from what a game down at Memorial Stadium at the Battle of the Boot. Zach is there right now with interviews, and he's going to have the trophy as well, so we'll have to check in with him later on that. But right now we have some other big games going on tonight, and we start up in Hallettsville. The Hallettsville Brahmas and Yoakum Bulldogs faced off for a playoff seed. Zach Taylor searching for a man on a 4th down, but he gets tackled right before, but he does get the 1st down. Yoakum again with the ball. This time they plow it in for the score. Yoakum up 12-0, and they in scoring position yet again, but this time the ball pops out and Hallettsville recovers in the end zone. Hallettsville getting some momentum going, but Yoakum said, nah, we'll just take it right back and drive down the field. This time the running back goes untouched for the score. 18-0, Hallettsville trailing. It wouldn't be until the 4th quarter until Hallettsville's Jorian Wilson would connect with A&M commit Lane Gerke for the first score of the day for the Brahmas. Wow, did Hallettsville come back and win? No way. This is absolute. You just saw that was their only touchdown in the entire game in the 4th quarter, and they come back and win 29-25? I'll have to double check that, but that is absolutely amazing. What a game. If Hallettsville did complete the comeback to beat Yoakum, this game was for 3rd and 4th place in the district, and this district is one of the toughest with, you got Columbus and you got Hitchcock in there as well. 2 teams that are ranked in the top 10 in the state. Throw in Yoakum and Hallettsville, and it's a tough district. Both of these teams are moving on to the playoffs, but holy camole, coming back after being down 18-0 to come back and win 29-25? I can't believe it. That's insane. Now we go for a district title in Class 2A, District 15, and that's between the Refugio Bobcats and the Ganado Indians. Ganado with a wacky kickoff to start the game. Refugio doing its best to just get it, and the Indians bringing the hats to the ball. And this was a reoccurring picture. Ganado's defense putting pressure on Keelan Brown and really couldn't get anything going in the first half. Keelan Brown throwing a screen route, but the Indians make a big play to get the 4th down. Now the Indians, they said, hey, we can run the ball too. We are 8-1 on the season. We can get some stuff going. That was Dylan Holt. Now, Indians drive, and they settle for a field goal, but it's missed. Off the post, still tied at 0. Ernest Campbell showing off his moves and speed. Whoop, whoop. Can you catch him? Look at all those Indians in the screen there. There's about 11 of them. They stop him. But Ernest Campbell said, hey, you can stop me once. I don't know if you can stop me twice, because once he hits the sideline, he is gone. No one in the state is catching this man. The low-scoring game so far, 7-0, but Refugio would go on to add to the score, 30-7 over the Ganado Indians. The Refugio Bobcats are your district champions and number 2 ranked team in the state. The Ganado Indians, though, they are only 8-2 on the year, and they'll be looking to hopefully get a rematch against the Refugio Bobcats later on in the playoffs. But right now, both teams are focused on the postseason. Now let's check out some scores from around the area, because of course, we've got a lot of them. We start with St. Joseph. If they win, they're in, and unfortunately for them, they could not get the victory. They lost it last week as well, and they fall on a barn burner. Hyde Park wins 46-40. The St. Joseph Flyers season is over, but they had a great season. They got a good young running back who is only a sophomore. He was the athlete of the week not too long ago, and he's showing a lot of promise. So the St. Joseph program, although their season is over, they have a lot of promise for the upcoming years. Next, we go to the Calhoun Sand Crabs. Calhoun takes care of business 49-18 over the Floresville Tigers. And right now, I got to check if Beeville loses. The Calhoun Sand Crabs are the district champions, but as of when I came onto the show, I didn't have a final score for Beeville. So right now, there is a 3-way tie for first place. I mean, not bad for Calhoun. 6-4 on the season, beating the Floresville Tigers 3-7. But wow, what a season for Calhoun. They'll be looking for another deep run in the playoffs. The El Campo Ricebirds win 34-21 over the winless Brazosport Exporters. The El Campo Ricebirds squeak into the playoffs after a rocky season. They went 500 on the season. Now let's go ahead and go to the other birds, the Quail Gobblers. They take care of business as usual, 49-17. The Quail Gobblers are the sole district champions, and they're looking to make it past the state semifinals. As they've done it the past 2 years, they've made it to the state semifinals, but they want to make it back to the state championship like they did back in a few years ago. Now the Edna Cowboys get the shutout against the winless Aransas Pass Panthers, 59-0. Edna getting second in the district heading into the postseason. The Goliad Tigers also get a shutout, 42-0. These are the district titles, or Goliad is the district champions. Palacios, unfortunately, they need London to lose. If they lose, then they're in. So we'll have to check in on that one as well. The Tidehaven Tigers also get a shutout. Remember, they've only allowed 14 points all season long, but they'll be heading into the postseason with an undefeated record and as the district title champions. The Bloomington Bobcats, oh man, they fall 39-22. Unfortunately, this would not be the first time in a long time that they've started the year or into the season at 500. The Shiner Comanches, they get a victory. Wow, a high-scoring game over the Kennedy Lions, 47-36. Shiner, after starting 0-5, make the playoffs. Then we go to the Yorktown Wildcats. This game was canceled. Yorktown will make the playoffs with this forfeit victory, 2-0 over Runge. Then we go to the Luis Hornets. Luis gets the victory and also makes the playoffs, 35-22 over the Snook Blue Jays. And going down to our private schools, 29-21. Shiner St. Paul goes on a victory to win that one. And lastly, the Sacred Heart Indians also get a victory, 31-14 over Central Texas Christian. But that'll do it for this edition of Crossroads Football Live. Just because the regular season is over does not mean the CFL season is over. We have 2 more weeks of high school football where we will have all the highlights and scores. And I mean, hopefully we make it back to state. Good night, Crossroads.